Greetings and hallucinations, ladies and lads. I am Chancellor of the Harmonious Frequencies of the Mighty Empire of Onion, and this is Minecraft. So last time we worked a little bit on the basement up here, my obsidian basement. It's gonna house my nether portal. I keep wanting to call it an end portal for some reason, but that's clearly not what it is. And so it's really cool. I'm really excited to go to the nether. Even though it's a scary place, I always enjoy doing that for some reason. It's exciting and you can get a lot of cool things there. We need to go there to get stuff for making potions. If we make potions, then we can get zombie villagers converted into real villagers, and I can start building my village down here. Oh, my trees are growing. But yeah, here recently they've released a snapshot for version 1.12 of Minecraft, and so I went ahead and updated I backed up my old world and updated this world with the snapshot, and so we're gonna have access to all new block types and building materials and stuff like that. So that's something I'm super interested in finding, discovering different ways to use those things, the combination for those things and all that. I haven't studied it thoroughly, so I don't know all the recipes for all the blocks and that sort of stuff. But what I plan on doing this round is gathering up a bunch of building materials. Clearly I'm going to need a bunch of materials for this building. I also need a bunch of materials for building the village down there and what I have planned for that area there. So one thing I am going to do today is go grab a bunch more obsidian. I'm also going to be looking for a bunch of gravel, and then after I do that I'm going to be traveling around, probably even by boat. I'm going to journey around the edge of the continent this direction and see if we can find a desert off in the distance somewhere, so I'll have access to an excessive amount of sand. So that's the general plan for today. It's going to take me a long time. You guys will just be around for bits and pieces of it. Hopefully some exciting things happen, but nothing too exciting like me perishing or anything like that. I've separated these chests up just a hair. I put most of the building stuff up here, the general materials down here. I know you can build with these things, but I don't consider them building materials, so I put them down here. Yeah, so this is going to be another semi-grindy episode. I'll pop you guys in for bits and pieces of it as we go. And I'm going to collect a bunch of materials so that the next episode or two we can get busy building, because I really like building in this game. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully in the next episode or two as well, we'll definitely be going to the nether and checking out what madness awaits us in that area. Alright, so I'm gonna get busy doing stuff, and I'll see you guys around. For any of you guys who doubted me or wondered why I left this emerald here last time, it was because I didn't have any space in my inventory, and so I have traveled back to this old cave that I checked out before, and I went back and I found that particular emerald. Mainly what I'm here for is diamonds? No. What I'm here for the most is obsidian to finish off the portal in the basement. But I'm going to pick up emeralds as I find them, and yeah, hopefully some diamonds eventually. But we shall see. Here's a bunch of gravel also that I'm interested in grabbing. I know that gravel is part of the recipe for some of the new blocks, and so I'm going to be grabbing that also for sure. Yes, what bountiful, majestic, wondrous provision this cave has provided. I've already picked up a stack of obsidian, but For some dang reason I can't bring myself to leave the cave just yet. Wow. So there's at least 4 diamonds here. 5. Doesn't look like there's lava beneath here, so I'll just pick these up. 5 diamonds. And some redstone. Ah! Here's 6th diamond. Cool. So that's definitely more than I really could have hoped for. Also picked up 6 emeralds so far. So that's pretty even match there. Glass bottle I got from killing a witch. No big thing. Because I'm so good at this game. I say as I run over the bottle I just tossed out of my inventory. And here, yet again, is some more emeralds. Apparently we've been back here. Oh, this is the other side of that crazy lava river. We've seen that before for sure, the mushrooms. And then there's some gold up there. There's also gold back here as well. And some more lapis, more emeralds. So this... Coming back to this cave, I know you guys have seen massive amounts of grinding the past several episodes, but I mean, if you've ever played Minecraft on your own, you ought to know that Minecraft is very much grindy. There's always more materials to collect, more things to get so that you can do certain building. Here's some iron I'm going to grab as well, but this gold right here is what I'm coming back here for. Gold isn't, you know, super valuable in the beginning. I can use it to make golden apples, which are great. I'm going to need it for potions that we were talking about earlier. You can make, what is it, I think golden melon slices are what you need for health potions, something like that. So yeah, we've been finding a lot of good stuff in this cave system. My inventory is getting pretty full though, so I am going to be leaving out pretty soon, and we'll be going across overland to gather up we're going to try to find either a desert and or a mesa biome so that we can have access to sand and clay. So that's the plan. I'm going to gather up a bunch more gravel because I know I'm going to need it. And yeah, I'll bring you guys back in a little bit. Alright, so came back with a few stacks of gravel, 6 full stacks. I've got almost a stack here. Stack of obsidian. That's about it for that chest. I got 6 more diamonds. We already had 20. 8 total emeralds. There's 2 stacks of gold that are cooking in the furnaces right now. I've got quite a bit of redstone here, quite a bit of lapis, and a little bit of iron that I added in here. 50 flint, so if we ever need to make flint and steel or arrows, we're not short on that. 1 spider eye, which we can use for potions, but that's not really important right now. And I grabbed some of the sugar cane on my way up here, but yeah, made myself another shield because my old one broke, and a shovel because I was out of shovel also. Almost out of sword. I'll probably go and murder a few cows so that I can get some leather from them. We're gonna need books because I need to make a enchanting table. I need books for those and then bookshelves around them, as you probably know. It would be a good idea for me to smelt down some more iron so that I can build a backup sword. So I'm going to do that right now. And then, yeah, we'll be on our way to go find some sand. Alright, well, we're headed out in search of either a desert or a mesa biome. As you can see, there is a bunch of sand around here. I mean, there's clearly beaches, there's islands, little sandbars. If I went under the water there, I could dig sand for days. There's likely clay even further down below on the ocean floor. So there's no shortage of sand around. There's some cows. Like I said, I do need some leather, so I'll be looking to butcher out some cows on this journey. I thought I would bring you guys along with me for this part though, because we haven't seen past this little peninsula area of our island. We're loading in all new chunks coming in this direction. So yeah, I'd like to try to stick to this coastline as much as possible in case it wraps around our extreme hills biome over there. Here's another sandbar. There in the distance is a forest, it looks like. Quite a bit of sand and a beach area. There's a desert. I think that's a cactus poking up right there. I can't quite tell yet if that's just an island or if it's an actual full biome. But as we get closer, I'm sure we'll discover the answer to that. Okay, the savanna wraps around a little ways and then extends this direction. This does look like it's going to end up being a full biome. So this is pretty fortunate. It's really close to our base, so it's going to be definitely easy for me to get as much sand as I need over and around here. Here's another huge cave, which is very cool, and a non-updated water block right there, just chilling, hanging out, which is very nice. It would be a good idea for me to kill some more pigs as well, because I am going to need more food here eventually. But yeah, as we can see, the savanna over there keeps wrapping around. I might even pick up my boat, dump it on this side, and go around that direction. Well, we know that the desert here kind of separates the ocean. Yeah, this is really cool. There's more cactus up there. I am going to need cactus because I'll need to make some green dye. The new blocks in the new update, depending on how you dye them, have different designs and stuff on them that I'm interested in checking out. So all of it's going to be very cool. I'm going to grab up some more sugar cane because we definitely need that to make books. Like I said, it used to be called reeds, and you needed reeds to make paper. Since they added potion making to the game, they needed sugar in order to make speed potions, and so they turned the reeds into sugar cane, but they still serve the reed functionality of making paper, which is kind of cool. If any of that made sense. Alright, so I'm going to gather up some pigs here. Alright, so I've decided to leave that area back over there. We're going to come around, instead of breaking the boat and just setting it over on the other side of that little sandbar area, I decided to go ahead and sail around. I figured driving around in the water at nighttime is probably the better choice than trying to go overland, because of course monsters are spawning since it's nighttime. I think that's a different kind of enemy than what I'm ever used to seeing. Those aren't zombies, those are called husks, I think is what they are. I haven't ever encountered or fought any of those in a single player game. I've only seen them in videos of other people's playthroughs. But it looks like the desert attaches to another savanna on this other side here. Oh no, there's a space between here. Perfect. Alright. So there is another savanna there, lots of sand as well. But I want to head back in this direction and, like I said, kind of stick to this coastline to check out what's all around our base area. This savanna is pretty cool with these taller hills. I really like that. It looks like it might even wrap around that direction, so we'll have to see if it's possible to sneak through here and head over towards our base area. I really would like to find a mesa just because it already is full of hardened clay, different colors and types, and so finding a mesa would be incredibly invaluable. But we'll see how it goes. I imagine since this is savanna right here, and there was savanna right next to our base biome, that this is going to be the same area. We won't encounter anything new traveling in this direction. This does look like another desert though. Quite a lot bigger than the first one we've encountered. There's a river through here too. I want to see if it just stops at the edge of the desert or if it sneaks through. Well, it almost looks like it's gonna sneak through. Might end right here though. Oh man. Yeah, there's some water back in that direction and some water this way, but it's not connected. Which is fine. We'll just pop out here and ooh. Okay, let's check out these husks. They fight kind of like zombies. I feel like more of them spawned around as we were fighting him. So that's likely still a thing. Let's hop in here and take our boat out. That sounded like a witch. Oh, it was. Yes, hilarious. So this is a pretty extensive desert here, which is nice to find. Our base is just over in that direction. So it'll be pretty easy to get here from there. I'm tempted to stop and try to harvest some of this stuff even though it is nighttime. I'm not sure how wise that is though. It looks like there's a ton of bad guys around. Deserts are pretty notorious for spawning numerous bad guys. Yeah, I mentioned before the first ever time that I played Minecraft, I set up a base in the swamp, and there was a bunch of slimes everywhere, but my brother had set up a base in the desert, and so I joined him there, and we were both building in the desert, and man, we had to build all kinds of defenses to keep the bad guys out because we got swamped all the time. Oh, apparently these boats are a little bit wider than a 1x1 area. So I might have to hop out and get past here. Okay. I'm not sure if I should keep going down this river or try to find a way to get around this desert. Oh man. I know I can make that jump if I sprint. There we go. Because the moon is almost gone down. So the bad guys should start burning up once it's daytime. We will have nothing to fear. Oh. Oh no, it's a little guy. Get perished. Be so vanquished. Yeah, I definitely need to get an enchanting table going because I have way too many levels. If I die somewhere, it would be super tragic. Let's grab up some more of this stuff since it's daytime and we don't have to worry so much. Of course, we do still have to worry about creepers. It looks like the husks don't burn during the day. That's a little troubling. There's a big old cave. Are you gonna be mean, spider, or nice? He's nice. Okay, that's the river that we came down, so I'm gonna head across the savanna this direction. Like I said, I'm also looking for cows, and so going overland is probably going to be fairly beneficial for that sort of search. Oh, got a little bit too close there. And of course I don't need to harvest all this cactus, I'm just picking up a lot of it. I can grow some more whenever we get back. I also ought to go ahead and harvest up some sand to take back with me, since that was the main point of this bit of exploration. I'm incredibly excited about the success that I was able to have looking for deserts. I knew of course that we would find them, but I didn't realize that they would be this close. The base location that I stumbled upon is actually really central to a lot of other biomes, which is incredibly fortunate. Oh, there's some cows. I'll definitely go down and kill them. I might even kill those horses just so that I could get some more hide from them. Don't tell anybody though, people really like horses, so I don't want them to be mad at me for murdering. Oh, it's so beautiful animals, blah blah. Well, they're digital representation of beautiful animals, so unfortunately I don't care as much for them as I do for the real life ones. And they have leather, which is what I need for books. But okay, I'm gonna gather up a few stacks of sand here, and then I'm gonna be heading across country back to the base. So I'll see you guys after a little while. Alright, so this is the first time I've ever encountered llamas in the new... I guess they came out of 1.11. So, yeah, there's llamas. That's super cool. I'm still a pretty long ways away from our base. I've barely gotten past that small savanna area. That was the mountain I was digging on. There's the savanna, and this is a different extreme hills biome, which is super cool. I might even have to admit that this is a little bit cooler than the extreme hills biome that I've settled in already, but that's no matter. No need to be jealous. I really want to jump down there, but I also don't want to die. I'm gonna make my way over to the base, though. It should be in that direction, I believe. Yeah, whenever I get back, yeah, you guys can join me again. I'll definitely come back for these guys. I've heard they're really cool, really useful. And there's some more cows and pigs, so I can pick up some food and some leather. But alright, I'll see you guys again in just a little bit. So over there was where I found the llamas at. Llamas? And right over here, clearly is a desert temple. This portion of desert is even closer to our base than the other two deserts we encountered. So that's super cool. We're going to light this place up just a little bit so that creatures like that don't spawn and destroy it. And we're going to go see what they've got. Unfortunately, my inventory is totally full. So it's going to be kind of a mess trying to get everything. But I'm going to see what I could do. If you've ever encountered a place like this, there's a pretty specific way that you have to go about entering them. It's best to go around the sides because it's a long way down. I like to make staircases. As you can see, there's a pressure plate right there. We don't want to step on that. I'll show you why here in just a second. Alright, so here we are back down to the bottom. I'll go ahead and break that. And underneath there is TNT. There's 9 TNT underneath there. So if I had stepped on that, it would have blown us up like crazy. Okay, we've got Protection 3 book here, which is pretty cool. Bunch of strings. We have an emerald. I got a skeleton to kill a creeper, and that's how I was able to acquire the cat disc there. I don't think I want any of the sandstone. I'll keep the little bit of sand there. Okay, we did grab some gold, which is cool. I smelted down some iron. So that I could make a shovel to replace my other one. And so that's where the iron came from. I don't see anything that I really want to toss in order to pick up the dynamite there, so I'll just leave it for now. But yeah. There is a dang desert temple. We'll come back and collect the rest of the stuff later if we need to. I'm not too worried about it. Alright, here we are back at base. Grabbed up this load of sand. So we got just a little bit more sand than we do gravel now. Only about 10 away, which isn't too bad. Grabbed a bunch of leather as well, which is fantastic. Even more bones. Unfortunately, you can't combine the bones to make bone blocks. If you remember, we found these down in the cave last time, which is pretty cool. Found an emerald also. I think y'all saw that whenever we were in the desert temple. Got the gold ingots there. We've got all these gold smelted. Couple of stacks there. Actually, I'll pull these out in case it's enough to make another block, but I don't think it will be. There we go. Yeah, so we're in pretty good shape. We've got quite a lot of stuff here for crafting, building, all that. The cactus, I have to cook it in order to make the dye, but I'll get that done sooner rather than later. Brought the boat back, and we have the Protection 3. I did end up losing my helmet, during that, and the rest of my armor is in pretty terrible shape. I don't think it's worth it to go back over to the village and grab the armor that I left over there. But yeah. Woohoo! I'm gonna have to get used to that camera work there. That's gonna be it for today, though. If you enjoyed the episode, you want to make sure and get the next one. We are going to be doing some building in the next episode, so if you'd like to check that out, feel free to subscribe. If you'd like to help me with my channel, help support me for as little as $1 a month, the Patreon logo is how you'd go about it. And if you want to check out other videos and playlists I have available, you're more than welcome to do so. I thank you very much for any and all time you spend on my channel, and I hope blessings of wisdom and peace on all of you. Farewell.